Hey everybody, Devin Roman with John O. Scott Real Estate here. Today we're going to talk about VA loans and the incentives that the U.S. government has put in place for home ownership. But first, before we get to all that, I wanted to give a big shout out to my younger brother Josh. He made a decision earlier this summer and told our whole family that he was going to join the United States Air Force. Last week he was sworn in and is currently completing his basic training in San Antonio, Texas. My whole family is beaming with pride. We can't wait to be there in a couple of weeks to see him finish out his basic training and kind of see what he can do. We're all extremely proud of him. He's an extremely smart person. I think he's got a photographic memory. So the United States Air Force will hopefully serve him very well, and hopefully he'll be able to serve very, very well in the United States Air Force. We couldn't be more proud. And that's why this week we're going to talk about VA loans and what the United States government incentives are to promote home ownership in the United States. With about 60% of people in the United States owning their home, that's a number that hasn't really changed much in the last couple decades. 60 to 65% seems to be the norm, with the other 35 to 40% being renters or rentals, apartments, anything like that. So that number hasn't changed very much, even though the United States does incentivize home ownership by allowing you to write off the interest on your mortgage off of your taxes every year and everything else that includes. So diving right in, most people don't know, even active or veterans of the military don't know what a VA loan actually is. The difference is it's insured by the Department of Veteran Affairs. You, as an active duty veteran or even a surviving spouse of a military member, you get no money down, no PMI, which is your mortgage insurance. And what that does is it just saves you a lot of money up front and during the beginning part of your loan. Normally when you're paying PMI, mortgage insurance, you're paying until you pay off 20% of your total loan, which could take 3, 4, sometimes 5 years. So that's an extra $2,000-$3,000 in Troutdale or Gresham or Portland, Oregon, where I specialize in. That's an extra $2,000-$3,000 every year that you're not spending. So it could be $15,000 over the life of the loan. You're also not paying that down payment up front. So you can set up, maybe don't have to wait those extra couple months, that extra year to save up for a significant down payment. Like I said, it's insured by the Department of Veteran Affairs. That's why you don't have to pay the insurance. That's why the down payment's not as important. So if you know anybody that is an active duty or veteran military that's currently renting a home, have them give me a call. It's a great opportunity to start a conversation. Maybe they didn't know they could start owning a home as soon as later this year. And really, then I wanted to dive right into that fact that the U.S. does still incentivize home ownership. I know a couple of the programs have been taken away because they're trying to incentivize responsible home ownership, especially after the crash or earlier this decade. They're trying to make sure that they're not putting people in houses that they're not qualified for or not able to make payments on, which makes a lot of sense. You're still able to write off the mortgage interest on your taxes as well as some of the insurance. That's still everything that you can. So it is obvious that the U.S. government is still incentivizing that in a very responsible manner. Once again, if you or anyone you know is looking to buy a home or sell their current home, always give me a call. Just wanted to make sure that this week we were talking about something that maybe doesn't get talked about very much with VA loans, government incentives, and wanted to give a big shout out to my little brother Josh. Thank you very much. If you like this video, hit like, share it with a couple friends, and we'll see you next week. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.